Hello, and welcome to the Maryland Department of Transportation State Highway Administration's online update for the US 301 Maryland 5 Mattawoman Beantown Road Project. The purpose of this video is to provide project information and allow an opportunity for you to provide feedback on the MDOT SHA current design. The project area is centered around the US 301 Maryland 5 Mattawoman Beantown Road intersection. The current project focuses on replacing the existing triple left turn movement from southbound US 301 to southbound Maryland 5. MDOT SHA is performing a reevaluation of the Maryland 5 Relocated Planning Study, which was completed in 1991. That study recommended several improvements which have since been constructed, including widening Maryland 5 with a raised median and a free-flowing northbound ramp from Maryland 5 to US 301. A flyover ramp from southbound US 301 to southbound Maryland 5 was proposed in the 1991 study. However, a triple left turn was constructed as a temporary improvement until the flyover was needed. Current and future traffic volumes suggest now is the time to take another look at completing the project as originally planned. For more information about improvements recommended in the 1991 study, please see the final environmental document, which can be found on the MDOT SHA website at the link shown below. The MDOT SHA project development process consists of 4 distinct phases: project planning, design, right-of-way acquisition, and construction. This project is currently in the detailed study stage of project planning. During project planning, the location, general design features, and environmental impacts are identified. Current activities include engineering and environmental studies, coordination with local, state, and federal agencies, and public involvement. The results of our studies will be summarized for you in this video. Following project planning, project design begins. During project design, construction drawings are prepared and final right-of-way requirements are determined. Right-of-way acquisition usually begins about halfway through the design phase. Construction can only begin after final design is complete and all right-of-way has been acquired. If you have driven this section of roadway, you have most likely experienced the long delays and queues associated with the triple left turn. MDOT SHA uses level of service to describe how well portions of a highway perform. Level of service is a measure of the congestion experienced by drivers and ranges from A, which represents free flow, with little or no congestion, to F, which represents stop-and-go conditions. Today, the triple left turn operates at level of service D in the morning rush hour and level of service F in the afternoon rush hour. In 2040, the triple left is projected to fail during both peak rush hours, more than doubling the southbound morning travel times between the Maryland 5 intersections with Cedarville, McKendree Road, and Nike Drive. While re-evaluating the 1991 Maryland 5 Relocated Project Planning Study's selective alternative, the project team confirmed that it remains valid due to its ability to balance operations, constructability, safety, cost, and minimal long-term impacts. As seen here, the proposed 2-lane flyover would begin with a 2-lane exit ramp from US 301 beginning just south of the Cedarville-McKendree Road intersection. The ramp will continue as a bridge crossing over the Mattawoman Creek and its 100-year floodplain, protecting those existing natural resources. The bridge will then span both southbound and northbound lanes of US 301 and accommodate the proposed MTA Southern Maryland Rapid Transit Corridor on the northbound side. The bridge will then drop back to ground level and tie into southbound Maryland 5 prior to the Popes Creek Railroad crossing. After completion of the flyover, the existing triple left would be removed. The proposed flyover would improve the US 301 Maryland 5 intersection to level of service B from failing in both rush hours in the year 2040. It would also reduce travel times between the Cedarville, McKendree, and Nike Drive by up to 80% in the morning and 50% in the evening. The project is currently funded for project planning. Currently, final design, right-of-way acquisition and construction are unfunded. Now let's talk about the environmental resources that exist in the Flyover project area. Detailed analyses were performed to identify potential impacts on natural, cultural, and community resources. One of the natural resources in the area is the Mattawoman Creek, which is considered one of the best spawning and nursery streams for fish in the Chesapeake Bay region. The Mattawoman Creek's 100-year floodplain would have minor impacts from the bridge columns. However, no columns will be placed in the creek itself. Impacts to the forest land and wetlands are anticipated to total less than 1/10 of an acre of impacts. There are no known rare, threatened, or endangered species present within the project area. Noise and air studies were conducted as part of this reevaluation. In compliance with state and federal laws, no noise mitigation is required for this project. The project meets the requirements established by the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. The one historic structure in the area is the Pope's Creek rail line, which is not impacted by the project. No archaeological sites were found in the project area. Right-of-way acquisitions will be required from 2 properties. Acquisitions will be limited to impacts along the frontage of these properties, totaling 2.4 acres. No residential or commercial displacements are anticipated. MDOT SHA's right-of-way acquisition policy can be found by visiting our website. To summarize, MDOT SHA has confirmed that the selected option in the 1991 Maryland 5 Relocated Project Planning Study environmental document remains valid. The proposed flyover would have minimal impacts to environmental resources in the area and provides noticeable congestion relief at the intersection. The study is currently funded for project planning, while funding for subsequent phases still needs to be identified. In addition to the flyover, MDOT SHA is also exploring some short-term improvements on US 301 in the area. These short-term improvements focus on operational enhancements to existing roads that can maintain or improve traffic flow and could include smart traffic signals and/or hard shoulder running. Smart traffic signals use computer software to monitor real-time traffic conditions and adjust the timing of traffic signals along US 301 to synchronize traffic flow through the entire corridor and keep vehicles moving. Route 301 between Chadds Ford Drive and Maryland 227 was identified as a smart traffic signals corridor as part of the state's traffic relief plan announced by Governor Hogan last fall. The other short-term improvement, hard shoulder running, has been implemented successfully throughout the nation and allows traffic to use the outside shoulder or auxiliary lane as an additional travel lane during rush hours. An important part of the transportation project planning process is Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Title VI ensures that public services, including transportation, are provided in an equitable and non-discriminatory manner. Title VI provides opportunities for public participation in decision-making without regard to race, color, or national origin, including populations with limited English proficiency or persons with limited ability to read, write, speak, or understand English. Should you need language assistance, or if you believe MDOT SHA is not meeting the expectations of Title VI, you may direct questions, concerns, or file a complaint with MDOT SHA at the address on the screen. We are interested in hearing comments about the project from individuals, residents, business representatives, organizations, and community associations. Comments, including emails and written mail for inclusion in the reevaluation document, will be accepted until May 6, 2019. However, project-related comments are always welcomed. To provide comments to the project team, or if you would like to be added to the project's mailing list, please email at the address shown on the screen. This list will be used to notify you of any future opportunities to be involved and for further project information. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.